And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Thanks for joining us. You're on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Look at Cleveland's starting group. We've got Alex Caruso. Bobby Portis out there with Chamberlain. And it's Mitchell, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Here's Chamberlain, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Mitchell. Up top, Leonard, covered by Mitchell. From 12 feet out. Leonard, no luck.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Brown against Vanderbilt. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mitchell. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
To the middle. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, we've seen that a time or two for Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Brown outside. Inside. And it's Chamberlain that time on the assist by Brown. Chamberlain got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Leonard. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The nickname is the Claw. Kawhi using those claws to get past that defender.
Back to Brown. Cleveland moving the ball around. Over to the left wing. Chamberlain kicks to Mitchell. Chamberlain with a screen on Leonard. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Vanderbilt, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. They'll be up against Donovan Mitchell tonight, and Coach is well aware of the challenges that he presents. He said Donovan's so good at changing speeds, it's hard to know when to send help. I'd rather be overly cautious in that regard, because if no help comes, then all of a sudden Mitchell is in his groove. Makes sense to me. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. Outside Portis. Pass to Chamberlain. Brown outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
Murray, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Portis. Now Caruso. Portis a screen on Vanderbilt. Caruso, no good.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
Here's Murray. Caruso grabs the miss.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Brown wide open. He fires. And he hits it to tie the game up.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Murray with it. And good that time. Murray's got 5 points so far.
Pounding it in the paint there. Murray doing it all.
Caruso, the pass to Portis. Back to Caruso. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Pass to Murray. Leonard, that's for 2. The rebound by Wilt Chamberlain.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Here's Portis. Chamberlain a screen. Mitchell wide open. Tries again. And Chamberlain drops it in. 8 points for him.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Chamberlain. Washington comes in for Portis. Grant, he's checked in for Brown. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Alex Caruso. Grant against Smart. Banchero, right side. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA, offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Holland, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Holland, covered by Beasley. Pass to Nembhard. It's the three-point bomb. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Smart passes to Frazier. Fires the 3. Smart misses.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal, trying to answer back with a 3 of his own there.
Here's Grant, pass to Washington. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against Cleveland. And here's Frazier. Still yet to score. Smart on the wing. Off target with his 3. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 12-4 run. Nembhard, the pass to Grant. Williams, a screen on Frazier. Nembhard for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Now here's Smart. Pass to Bassie. Banchero looking around. Rebound by Williams. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. Nembhard against Frazier. Nembhard, the pass to Grant. On the top of the key. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Pass to Williams. Back to Nembhard. Here's Holland. Grant for 3. Banchero grabs the board. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Frazier. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now Grant. Williams, a screen on Smart. Over in the corner, Washington. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Holland is out there with Brown. and it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Mitchell in at the 2. And the Cavaliers' Kenny Atkinson. Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, longtime record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in Cleveland.
Caruso against Frazier, and finished off by Banchero.
Now Banchero seizes the moment, just open that window of opportunity, and he's going to get right in there.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's hauled in by Frazier. The Raptors with the lead. Here's Banchero, and finished off by Banchero.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Brown outside. Rebound by the Raptors. Banchero kicks to Frazier. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. Frazier's got the lead up to 5 now for the Raptors.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you, Kevin.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Beasley with a clean look, drains the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Portis is checked in for Chamberlain. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Robert Williams.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Portis finds Mitchell. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Caruso up top. Nothing on the board. Mitchell outside. Cleveland moving it around. Clock at 6. Outside Portis. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, how Jaylen Brown's facilitation skills advance the older he gets. Nice pass.
Leonard against Brown. Frazier outside. Screen by Jordan. Frazier outside. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Frazier's got the lead, back up to 8 now for Toronto. And so Brown will bring it up for Cleveland. Portis a screen on Vanderbilt. There's Brown with the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 6 points.
You can see the work Jaylen Brown has put in to become a range shooter. Nice.
No doubt, Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doris.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a three-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
Nice shot by Portis.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Toronto leading by 5. Leonard looking over the floor. Kawhi, so tough to stop inside.
Well, Kawhi Leonard meets the defender at the rim, and he comes out on top.
Pass to Holland. Vanderbilt against Brown. From past the arc. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
And timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. He's checked in for Vanderbilt. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Williams, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. B.J. Washington comes in for Holland. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Alex Caruso. Here's Williams. No scoring in this one. Washington sets the pick for Nembhard. From deep. And it's Washington missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Back to Frazier. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Frazier's got the lead up to 11 now for Toronto. Cleveland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Back to Nembhard. And stolen by Leonard. Here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know, one look at Murray's game, and you can tell he's been well coached over the course of his career. His awareness, his work ethic, this guy is just always bringing it.
Free throw good, Murray. And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
Grant against Jordan. And they get it. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Pass to Bassie. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Grant against Jordan. Lays it up off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And here is Washington. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell with force.
This is what makes him so dangerous. He's not just a shooter. Donovan Mitchell, adept at scoring in the paint.
Pass to Bassey. Outside Leonard. Now, here is Jordan. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray. And another basket for Toronto.
Murray always working to develop a consistent jump shot. Looking good on that one.
Mitchell against Leonard. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
Back to Bassey. Pass to Frazier. Shoots over Nembhard. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
Leonard against Mitchell. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. And the 3 off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Leonard. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Tries from 16. Nembhard's shot is good. Nembhard's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, step in, take the mid-range opportunity. Easy game for Andrew Nembhard.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Toronto will go for a different look here. Diabate's checked in. Banchero comes in for Charles Bassey. Marcus Smart's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Malik Beasley in for Frazier. Chamberlain's checked in for Cleveland. Cavaliers on D. They trail by 16. Banchero against Williams, and it's Banchero missing.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Washington passes to Mitchell. Mitchell dials it up from distance.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Banchero outside. Smart on the wing. On the clock. Fires the 3. And it's Banchero missing. Nembhard with it. Fires away from outside. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, let's get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And taking a look at the Cavaliers, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. Changing focus now to that first half, a brutal game so far for the Cavaliers.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Murray out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Jordan. And it's Diabate in at the 4 spot. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Chamberlain hits the front of the rim and out.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, look out.
Pass to Caruso. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. It's Brown on the wing. He has 6. Here's Chamberlain. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They led by as many as 18 points. Back to Leonard. The 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mitchell in the corner. Fires for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
This is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys?
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
Boy, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
Here's Vanderbilt, and it's blocked by Brown.
Oh, the big-time block from Jaylen Brown. You can see defensively he is elite.
Mitchell kicks to Caruso. Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Connects from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 10.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Some changes for Toronto. Charles Massey, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Frazier in for DeJounte Murray. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Hollins checked in. Outside Leonard. The three. Leonard, so dangerous from deep.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
Caruso, the pass to Chamberlain. Back to Caruso. Portis the screen. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the inside. Here's Frazier. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Marcus Smart's checked in for the Raptors. And Cleveland also making a change. Grant's checked in.
And Frazier's playing philosophy was established back in high school. Aggressive defense and hitting an open man is more productive than taking the wild shot.
Frazier against Caruso. It's tipped.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Frazier dishes to Smart. Back to Frazier. The shot's good. Frazier's got 15 points.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Pass to Brown to stop the run. As he pulls it in. Raptors leading by 20. Right side, Smart. Frazier scanning the floor. They set the pick. Outside for Smart. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 3 assists in the game. Cleveland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Raptors with some changes. Paolo Banchero comes in for Charles Massey. And it's Beasley in for Vanderbilt. Williams, he's checked in for Cleveland. Andrew Nembhard comes in for Alex Caruso. Grant outside. Four on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. There's Brown with the three. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From downtown, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Brown. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Beasley left side. Down low. At the elbow. Banchero. And here's Smart. Here's your right side. For 3. Beasley. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here's Brown outside, and they get it back. Nembhard finds Brown. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 9.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Banchero with the screen. Here's Frazier. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Frazier against Nembhard. Williams sets a screen for Grant. His 3-pointers off the mark. Toronto leading by 22. You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Raptors. DeJounte Murray comes in for Malik Beasley. Cleveland also making some changes. P.J. Washington comes in for Holland. And it's Mitchell in for Jeremy Grant. Pass to Nembhard. Williams a screen on Murray. Now Nembhard. 5 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. For Murray. A shot by Nembhard. No good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Raptors making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Chamberlain's checked in for Williams. And it's Alex Caruso in for Andrew Nembhard. Murray the pass to Vanderbilt. Murray with the bounce pass. Back to Smart. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Pass to Caruso. Mitchell against Frazier. Now, here's Chamberlain. Tight defense on him, and it's in there.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Will keep finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Now, here's Smart. 8 points for him. Stolen by Washington. Here's Brown. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Smart.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago.
Take a break.
And most would consider that to be a success.
The first one falls. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
And Toronto making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
What I love about Jaylen Brown is his commitment to improvement. This guy's worked hard on his three-point shooting. He's worked hard on his handle and his decision-making, and there's still another level to come.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Brown down low. Vanderbilt defending. Brown kicks to Caruso. No good from outside.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Pass to Smart. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Chamberlain got his 8th rebound here tonight. Jordan against Brown. 12 seconds left to play here in the third. Jordan with some nice D. And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Christie is out there with Nembhard. Then there's Washington. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Holland in at the 4-man position. Here's Smart. Driving in. Passing, no good.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Here's Brown, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Zadorus, when it comes to punishing flopping, The acronym is STEM, and you can walk us through this. STEM.
That's right, Kevin. Secondary, theatrical, embellished movements. Players are always going to embellish contact because they want to make sure the official sees it. What the league doesn't want are the flailing pirouettes, the exaggeration or feigning of contact. Those actions will be penalized.
Let's turn our attention to the sideline for the latest on Paolo Banchero. Hey, Allie, what are they saying over there?
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for the Raptors let me know the status. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It seems the issue may not be so serious as they're allowing a return to action. I'll give you updates as I get them.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
That's so true, but it is also what we expect to happen. It is part of every professional sports league. In the NBA, the schedule, obviously a grind. Injuries happen, but we hear this all the time. It's next man up. Somebody's injury could be an opportunity for somebody to get minutes and do something with those minutes.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Banchero's checked in for the Raptors. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jeremy Grant comes in for Christian Brown. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Beasley for three. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Williams finds Christie. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Christie's got his first points in this one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Christie the pass to Nembhard. For the three. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Nice move, and it's good on the layup.
And for a big man, Banchero has a rare mix of moves. I mean, this guy can cross up defenders. He blows by people. Terrific handle for a guy that big.
Williams, a screen on Smart. Grant gets a wide open look from outside off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Another miss by Banchero. Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Christie with it. Here's Holland. Takes the three. Rebounded by Smart. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
Now, Nembhard, Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
Banchero inside. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. To the paint, here's Holland, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And Grant's such a versatile player. It can do a little bit of everything, including setting up his teammates.
And here is Jenkins. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Holland, the pass to Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jordan, he's checked in for Charles Bassey. Vanderbilt comes in for Marcus Smart. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Frazier in for Jenkins. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Brown against Banchero. Just 4 to shoot. From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Leonard. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Caruso, the pass to Portis. Chamberlain a screen. Launches it. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
A 3 from Leonard. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 at that basket.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Pass to Mitchell. Shoots the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside Leonard. Vanderbilt the pass to Frazier. Vanderbilt with the screen. Leonard, that's for 2. The Cavaliers pull it in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
Frazier the pass to Leonard. This one for 3. Another miss by Leonard. Al Cleveland shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Caruso against Frazier. Pass to Leonard. Over Mitchell. Again, Leonard missing. And here are the Cavaliers. The kick out to Brown. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Boy, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Back to Frazier. Portis against Banchero. Great D that time from Portis. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Well, Kawhi, you had it going inside and out. It seemed like you were getting wherever you wanted on the court. Did it feel that way?
It was moving well. Overall, the team played well. They got me in my spots. They made shots, open the floor for me.
Always humble. Back to you guys.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Well, points won't be easy to come by in this one, Stan.
Here we go.
We have two of the toughest defenses in the league here.
Yeah, look, the way these teams can rotate and cover for each other is phenomenal. They know that defense is their identity, and they pride themselves on it.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Desmond Bane. Then there's Johnson, then it's Franz Wagner, and it's Porzingis in at the center position. Now here's Tatum. Harris finds Tatum, puts up a three. It's rebounded by Wagner. And so Wagner will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Timberwolves. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Brian, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, look at how his team works to get Tatum set up for success, feeding him when he's ready to fire.
Now here's Bane. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. And the basket by Bane.
Just look at the body of Bane. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Here's Ingram. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Johnson, a screen on Harris. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Bane. The three. No good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Harris against Antetokounmpo. Tatum from long range. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Stan, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, would you say he's one of the most unguardable players ever?
Well, BA's certainly got to be in the conversation. Besides maybe Wemby, we haven't seen anyone like Giannis when it comes to length and those long strides especially. Plus, he has that strength, too.
To the middle. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Now here's Harris. Pass to Ingram. Over Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Johnson.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Bane, the pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
You know, sometimes Porzingis can fall in love with his jumper, so it's good to see him going to the basket.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Harris outside. Pass to Tatum. Over Wagner. Hits the front of the rim and out. Thunder leading by 3. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Bane. Now Wagner. Back to Bane. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Well, if you overplay Bane on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Jackson outside. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Harris passes to Jackson. Now here's Ingram. Will it go? Gobert. The second chance points on the tip in.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Johnson. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Ingram, the pass to Tatum. Fires for 3. And here's Harris. Jackson outside. Gobert finds Jackson. Gobert with a screen on Johnson. Jackson for 3. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. And it's all knotted up.
Well, Jackson brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
Bane, the pass to Wagner. And it's all from three-point range. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play. Defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Will go for a different look here. Cornette's checked in for Gobert. Filipowski comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Brandon Miller's checked in for Ingram. And Tyrese Halliburton subbed in for Tatum. Şengün passes to Black. Here's Hunter. To the paint. They need this. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Cornette. Miller outside. Halliburton finds Harris. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. Hunter with some nice D. Oklahoma City trailing. Melton outside. Sengun, a screen on Miller. Outside Hunter. 4-3. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. And for Minnesota, they're shooting only 31% to get this game underway. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Keegan Murray wants to excel at both ends, and he said, quote, "My defense wasn't where it needed to be, so I got a little faster, a little stronger, tried to figure out how to be physical defensively and be effective. Them trusting me to guard helps the other guys so they can focus more on offense." Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And Minnesota making a change here. Harper's checked in. And here are the Thunder now, trailing by 5. Black with it. He's scoreless. Outside Hunter. Out left to the wing. Sengun passes to Hunter. And it's good. 2 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And here's Halliburton from behind the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Now Black. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves with possession. This run now up to 13-2. Chalk up 2 there. Halliburton's got 8 points.
Yeah, nice touch on Halliburton's inside shot. He doesn't overpower it.
One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
Hunter, good.
And Hunter can really do damage from deep. The defense has to get out on him.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Kept alive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Here's Hunter, following the score by Minnesota. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Pass to Filipowski. Halliburton outside. Sends it home from three-point land. 11 points in the game.
You know, the shot of Halliburton is just so steady. You add in his driving ability. Tyrese is a scary offensive player.
Now here's Hunter. He's got 7. Right wing. Here's Sengun. The shot comes out.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
One second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Hunter. We've got 13 seconds left in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 6. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Tyrese Halliburton getting it done for the Timberwolves. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Back to the game after this break. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
They've got Rudy Gobert, Jason Tatum out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Passing out of the pick and roll. Tatum's such a good decision maker. You want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Wagner. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Back to Tatum. Jackson outside. Now here's Harris. This one for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Now here's Gobert. Outside Tatum. Over Wagner. Tatum can't hit. Thunder trail by 9. Down low. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
And after that surprising Karl-Anthony Towns trade, it took time for Minnesota to gel.
Yeah, last season some inconsistency, but they seem to find a groove down the stretch, capping it off with a deep run.
Pass to Wagner. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Desmond Bane, he's checked in for Johnson. Here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Thunder trail by 7. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Tatum. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter. Ingram against Bane. Gobert with a screen on Bane to the inside. Strong finish by Gobert.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Wagner against Tatum. Pass to Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Wagner looking it over. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside Bane. For 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. It's Tatum working inside.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking the shot.
Antetokounmpo, pass to Bane. Inside. And there's a 3-second violation.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Harper, he's checked in for Minnesota. Halliburton comes in for Jason Tatum. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Black comes in for Wagner. Pass to Halliburton. It's hauled in by Black. Thunder trail by 9. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, BA, the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment. And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And we're seeing a great mindset from Halliburton on offense. He's attacking relentlessly and getting well rewarded for it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in the quarter. Outside Ingram. Back to Halliburton. To the inside. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
To the paint. Oh! Don't let Giannis in!
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Halliburton for 3. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, great D that time from Harris. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Here's Harper. No points so far. Halliburton for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Porzingis finds Johnson. Antetokounmpo with it. He's got 12. Outside Bane. Launches a 3. He goes up again. Oh, Giannis using his size inside.
And just tremendous putback ability. Giannis with that length and agility, just unstoppable.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, BA. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here for the Timberwolves. Cornette's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Filipowski comes in for Tobias Harris. And Miller subbed in for Brandon Ingram. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Alperen Sengun's checked in for Porzingis. Murray comes in for Antetokounmpo. Hunter's checked in for Johnson. And it's Melton in for Bane.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Sengun. And the shot goes in. Sengun's gotten his first basket of the night.
Just a menace around the bucket. Sengun is so hard to stop down low.
Pass to Halliburton. Here's Harper. Black defending. Outside for Halliburton. He got it. Halliburton nails the three.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
Now here's Black, defended by Halliburton. Fires the three. Black, no good. Minnesota leading by 9. Pass to Filipowski. Halliburton for 3. That one no good. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Now here's Şengün. Cornette defending. And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
To the right side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And I love when Şengün is aggressive inside, making the D foul him right there.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Timberwolves lead by 8.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And here's Halliburton. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That alley as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Dan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference finals 2 seasons in a row. The most sustained success this franchise has ever known.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Jalen Johnson is out there with Wagner. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Desmond Bane. And it's Porzingis in at center. Clock at 6. From deep, Bane. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. To the middle. Kicks it out to Wagner. The 3 is up. The rebound by Jackson. Minnesota leading by 8. Tatum passes to Ingram. Now Gobert, defended by Wagner. It's Gobert in the comfort zone.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
Bane, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lets it go from deep. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. Here's Jackson. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists tonight.
Showing some muscle on that finish. Jackson Jr. doesn't get thrown off balance easily.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now Antetokounmpo. 14 points for him. Pass to Johnson. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Johnson's gotten his first bucket of the night. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Thunder trail by 10. Bane surveying the D. Pass to Wagner. To the paint. And there's Bane. That one's good. The assist by Wagner. 6 points for Desmond Bane. Outside Tatum. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. An open look for Ingram. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Antetokounmpo outside. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And you could see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Ingram, the pass to 6 to shoot. Thrown back.
At both ends, Bane is always lurking.
Brandon Miller's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Thunder trail by 6. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
The 3, here's Harris. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Johnson's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Murray against Harris. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And he's showing some strength on that finish. Murray, a terrific job fighting off the contact.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration. And the physical style Murray plays with will serve him well in this league.
Pass to Halliburton. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
And just an important basket. I mean, especially with their lead dwindling.
Now here's Johnson. No made baskets yet. It's Şengün, high post. 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Melton misses. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Pass to Halliburton from downtown. Halliburton books the corner 3.
Almost like he was sneaking out to the corner. Halliburton is not someone you can lose.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Thunder making a change here. Black's checked in. Thunder trail by 6. Şengün, a screen on Halliburton. It's stolen by Halliburton. It's stolen by Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Yo, what a dime from Murray. You love whenever he looks to get his guys going.
Pass to Halliburton. Here's the 3. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Şengün, a screen on Miller. Shot clock at 6. Deflected. Here's Harper. Melton covers from the baseline. The Thunder pull it in. The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, great positioning and timing from Şengün there. And his height helps a little too.
Here's Filipowski. Halliburton outside. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Picked by Murray. Pass to Şengün. No good there. Some solid defense from Kornet. Miller against Hunter. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
That's good for Miller. Will grant a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller, and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
Pass to Halliburton. Over to the left wing. Filipowski, the pass to Ingram. The 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Thunder trail by 10. Inside. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
.55 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Miller. Tight defense on him. It's good. Miller's got 7 points.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Black outside. Pass to Şengün. Melton outside. Top of the key. Yep, count it. Melton's got his first basket. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Ingram with the ball. Still no points. 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Tyrese Halliburton getting it done for Minnesota, torching the Nets, hitting 4 from distance that quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Brandon Ingram out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Jackson in at the 4. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And he lobs it up. Tatum with a steal. Jackson outside. Pass to Ingram. Shoots over Johnson. The shot by Ingram, no good. Thunder trail by 10. Johnson passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And here's Tatum. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Franz Wagner.
I'll tell you, not many players are better at forcing a defender to foul than Tatum.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Bane, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And so Tatum nails both of them. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Antetokounmpo up top, hounded by Tatum. Antetokounmpo can't connect. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jackson outside. Bane against Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up at the elbow. Oh, that one bounces around and comes back out. Thunder trail by 10. Here's Bane. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Yeah, Jackson's length impacts both ends.
Got it.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Johnson passes to Wagner. Back to Johnson. From deep, Bane. Rebound, Minnesota. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Stolen by Bane. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, look, Bane gets the steal and sends them on their way. He can be such a menace on defense.
Harris outside. Back to Tatum from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wagner outside. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Pass to Harris. Outside Tatum. Gobert with a screen on Wagner. On the wing, Tatum, defended by Wagner. Minnesota again missing. Thunder trail by 8. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The three from Bane. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Minnesota again missing. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Wagner, right side. Three-pointer. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 3 assists in the game. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Now Tatum. Gobert with a screen on Wagner. The outside leaner. Yep, right through the net.
And look, when Tatum is running the pick and roll, the majority of the time, he's looking to score.
On the wing, Bane. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Jackson outside. Pass to Ingram. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Gobert with a screen on Bane. And here's Ingram outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Johnson. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
There's Tatum with the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Here are the Thunder with the ball. Big run right now for him, 11-2. Johnson with a bucket.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Jackson. And here's Ingram. Looking to get back on track. And he takes it up and lays it in. Ingram's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Ingram's showing you that ability to play big inside.
Outside Bane. Back to Antetokounmpo. With the 10-footer. Here's Porzingis. Operating inside. Porzingis.
Well, this is the dirty work you love to see Porzingis doing. Saving the play and getting them a bucket.
Harris on the wing. Jackson outside. Tatum finds Ingram. Over Bane. The shot by Ingram, no good. The Thunder have gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
Brandon Miller's checked in for Minnesota. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Şengün checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And Chris Finch calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Tatum fires. Misses the three. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Tipped. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here's Harris. Blocked.
Well, you could see how Şengün read that play and was where he needed to be to get the block.
Johnson. Oh, it drops in.
Yeah, that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Here's Harris. Just 4 to shoot. Johnson with the rebound. Thunder with a lead. Rain. Wagner. Tatum with the block.
And there's Tatum's length showing up at the defensive end. What a play. Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Jackson outside. 1:24 left to play in the fourth. Miller. Money from 3.
And I think the crowd is admiring the long-range dude.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Minnesota making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Porzingis is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Antetokounmpo. Takes it from 10. Can't get it. The Timberwolves trail. Jason Tatum, 8-footer is in.
Well, he's never fazed by those big moments. Tatum with a big hoop right there.
Outside Bane. Now Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Tatum. Now Harris. Outside Ingram. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Oh, the body control of Giannis.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Here's Ingram. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, he missed the jumper.
He just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Bane. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
The 3 ball is down!
He's having a good night from the field. Now, I know the defense is really keying in on him, but they need him involved if they're going to pull this out.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Bane. Oh, got a piece of it. They could win it. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. We've got Brandon Ingram. Jackson out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Gobert in at the 5. Harris, the screen on Antetokounmpo. Gobert saves the play, polishes it off.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Outside Bane, jacks up a 3, and he nails it.
Well, that's Bane's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
Jackson outside. Here's a pass to Tatum. Jackson outside. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Johnson outside. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Ingram fires. The triple drop.
Well, that's his game. Ingram is so comfortable on the catch and shoot.
Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Now Johnson. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Giannis driving in. Using the glass to lay it in.
Yeah, what a sweet move from Giannis. Just breaking down the defense there.
Outside Gobert. Harris a screen. Ingram! It's money from deep.
Well, that's a huge part of Ingram's game. He can really do damage from the perimeter.
Ingram against Bane. Giannis! Gobert pulls it down.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Book it! That one goes!
Well, we know Brandon has a smooth jumper, but man, he can really score down low.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. Unloads from 13 feet. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 13-5 run. Now Harris. Now Ingram. Book it! It goes!
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Timberwolves.
Talk about saving the best for last. They've been unstoppable here in OT.
Yeah, and with the teams playing even throughout 4 quarters, it's really hard to imagine such an uneven finale.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Tyrese Haliburton.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Johnson against Tatum. Outside Johnson. Cash from downtown.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Ingram. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second to your foul. That's the line for Minnesota. Brandon Ingram. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 7. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by Tatum.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. They escaped with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Jaron, you've shown yourself to be an impact player at both ends of the floor. But is defense where it starts?
Yeah, you know, the talking keeps me active, just being able to move my feet, being able to stay low on defense, you know, all those things keep me engaged. And when you do those things, you can make a big impact.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everybody.